Spooky tea, anyone?
I will start with what happened at the beach. After I left the ship, I saw Max's eyes in the shadows. I didn't think much of it because my little buddy often followed me when the ship was stationed. The day at the beach was uneventful. Just some sailors with beers and spliffs. The night, though, was full. After sunset, the guys went back to the ship, but I went to the bar to get wasted, which is a pretty good thing to do on such an occasion. I met a girl there, and she was absolutely stunning. Imagine every man's dream combined into a single body. Oh, and she was funny and witty and smart. We hit it off pretty quickly. After an hour or so of talking, she asked me that question. Do you want to get out of here? And at that time, my other head was doing most of the thinking. After walking for quite some time, we made it all the way down to the forest, and somehow I didn't realize that she started to change. Her eyes were yellow, then she had wings, and then I saw her mouth, and as soon as I realized that she had way too many teeth, I started running, but she was so fast, insanely fast. She caught up to me soon after I took off running. It tackled me to the ground, and I tried to punch it. I hit it straight in the face, but it didn't even flinch. Soon after, I registered the pain and looked at my hand. It was badly broken. My palm looked like a piece of uncooked meat, just hanging there, barely held on by the muscles. I screamed like a little girl and pushed it off with my legs. I knew I wouldn't be able to run far, but I had to try. After running for 10 meters, I looked behind me and saw that it was just an inch away from me. I blinked and it was gone. I felt compelled to stop, like I was somehow controlled. And then I started to hear two things: high-pitched shrieks and low guttural growls. After letting out a shrill, "What the fuck is going on?" my buddy Max walked out from a bush, blood dripping from his mouth that now had a lot more teeth. Then I heard multiple voices that were talking as one, but not in my ears. I heard them in my head. "Jake, I won't hurt you, but damn, you deserve it. I've never seen someone so stupid." I let out a confused, "Max?" Then the voices came again. "You know me as Max, but my name is Bral." Being a bit more confident and relaxed, I said, "Bral is a little hard to pronounce. Can I still call you Max?" "As you wish," he said. "Now put your hand in my mouth." I recoiled and let out a loud, "Oh God, no." Max seemed a bit annoyed. "Put your hand in my mouth now, Jake." I did as he asked, knowing that this was a terrible idea. He bit my hand so hard that it broke away from my forearm. I screamed in pain and staggered backward, looking down now at what I assumed to only be a stump. But I was amazed to find that my broken hand was now intact. It looked perfect. Even the scar I had from cutting my hand on a bandsaw was gone. My hand was better than new, except for a strange burn mark on the inside of my palm in the form of a flame. "What was that?" I asked Max. "A sphinx. I hate those monstrosities." "What did it want with me, Max?" "It wanted to eat you, Jake." I was spooked and kind of afraid of Max, but I started to head to the ship for a good night's rest. While walking, I asked Max, "Why do you help me?" He responded, "Because I'm lonely. Every human either hates me or fears me. You are the only one that didn't look at me with fear or hatred. For that, I'm thankful, Jake." That saddened me. But hey, life, death, it's a bitch, right? The next morning, I looked up Bral online. I am officially friends with a hellhound. I guess that's a good thing. Now that you know about my wild night, let me tell you about the fourth rule. The stairs are a portal to hell. The portal that thing from the container was using to go back home. And I guess that the rip between worlds has remained ever since. And now, it's used by other demons to come mess with us. I asked Max about it, but he said it was better for me not to know, and to just stick to the rules, and I'm not about to press my curiosity onto a hellhound. So, I guess that is how it will stay. I won't bother to explain Rule 5, as you know from the last post what it is. I have just a bit of new info about it. I asked Max about the container, and he only said, "He is my last owner, Oliver." I looked up Oliver online, and apparently he's the demon of cruelty. So someone I probably don't want to meet. I didn't ask Max any more about it, and he seemed quite sad. So I left it alone. Okay, this is all for now. I have to find out what the burn on my hand means. I think it's some kind of protection, because last night I closed the door on my hand, and the door bent backwards. So I guess that's pretty cool. But I hope it doesn't mean that I sold my soul or something. I'll post more this week after I find out what a sphinx is, and why one wanted to eat me. Take care and stay safe. We'll talk again soon.
Spooky tea, anyone?